Hey everybody, I want to say how happy I am. I've been crying most of this afternoon, just happy tears. And for those of you who don't know, tuning in, Standing Rock is now safe. I believe it's going to be a national monument, but the pipeline will not go through there. I have several videos in mind for the next few sessions about biblically dealing with the issues at hand, such as desecration, covenant breaking, and what have you, surrounding this whole Standing Rock issue from a biblical Christian perspective. Because the church has long abused African American, abused Native American, indigenous people of different tribes and nations and tongues, and that's wrong. It's plain out wrong. And to have this victory of peaceful protesters, insisting on peaceful, barrier, blockade, not non-violent, I wholeheartedly support them, and I'm just really hugely blessed today. I've been giving thanks to the Lord. He answered my prayers. He answered other people's prayers. But there does need to be a change and a recognition in the church as a whole, of the mainstream white ethnocentrism, and where that has led us. It's led us from killing people and abusing people to now, for the major part, totally ignoring them. It really did bother me. It still does. Not to be negative in this victory. There just remains a need for the church, not only to be aware, but to grow in wisdom and of how to deal with a lot of different issues, how to minister to some major people groups or ministries that are often neglected or overlooked. I looked on, I may be wrong. If I'm wrong, please correct me. I did not see any of, Standing Rock in any of the mainstream Christian magazines or anything like that. When I would Google, nothing like that popped up, but as I said, I could be wrong. But it just was not addressed as much, and I thought, this is bad. There's a need here for the church to own up, so to speak. We've killed people in the name of religion. We have excommunicated them in the name of religion. We've abused them for their skin color. We've abused the scripture, and etc., etc., etc. The list goes on. And now, when the native nations are gathering, the church, now some of them did stand. I'm not saying for the ones who did stand, they did stand. God will honor them. God will honor them, and that blesses his heart when his children stand beside those who are being wronged and stand up for what's right. But it is to the church's shame, for the most part, that we've gone from abuse and misinterpretation of scripture, etc., 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 to then just total neglect and ignoring was going on. That there was not a major call for prayer, that there was not a major, that I'm aware of, support for that. Standing up that this was wrong of people to be doing, and the need for those who blasted cold water on people and were using percussion grenades and rubber bullets and what have you to be held accountable for their actions. So anyway, there is a need for the continual prayer for Christians, the prayer for leadership in our country, because the danger for many Christians is, because, there was such a call for prayer pre-election, which is not a bad thing, not a bad thing, but the danger of laziness that our nation now faces as Christians is like, oh, well, we prayed for the election, we can stop now. No, there is still a need. There is a need to pray continuously without ceasing. Yes, you may need to take a breather. I'm not saying that. I am saying, though, that there is a need for continued prayer. And an increase of the fear of God rather than the fear of man, as Elizabeth Alves put it in her book. So this is hopefully a turning point and a realization for the church, on many levels, on many points. The need for continual prayer, the need for standing up for what's right, for shedding the fear of man, for a lot of things. So I am very, very happy, been crying tears all day long, just very emotional day for me, because God has given me a deep love for the Native American nations, and I'm crying, but I'm smiling, and I've been dealing with either tonsillitis or strep throat the past few days, so it's been a ladybug infestation for some stupid reason. I don't know, everywhere I turn, like, the past 2 days, there's been another ladybug in my house, and I'm like, oh my gosh, where are you coming from? No more ladybugs. Anyway, so, between the sick feeling and the ladybug stuff and this, it's just been, and to hear this today was really, really awesome. And so, I just want to thank you for the fellow prayer warriors, who were standing intercessory for justice, for, honor, for aid, for protection over those who are being wronged and oppressed. and for strength and persistence and perseverance for those who were in the camp. Thank you. You know, those of you who are watching. So thank you for being one of the rarer few who actually listened to what God had laid on your heart, that burden to stand up for what's right. God bless.